What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Or welcome if it's your first time here. I haven't talked about trapping much on this channel. I think I have one video from back about a year and a half ago, maybe it was. And I've not really talked about trapping because most people are more apt to go out and buy extra food stores and put that back, or to plant a garden than they are to actually go out and trap for their food. However, with the way things are going, I thought it's a good idea today to help broaden your horizon, to open your mind up to another possibility of how to supply your own food. Like raised beds, you can have a row garden or whatever to help grow some of your extra food that you eat to make your food stores last longer, or to completely sustain yourself during a long-term disaster type situation. However, trapping is something I've overlooked on this channel, and most other channels on YouTube have also overlooked the area of trapping. You can learn how to make your own traps, you can make your own deadfalls, you can make your own snares. There's all kinds of things you can do to trap without actually having to go out and buy anything. If you have a knife, if you have a hatchet, if you have some string and some common sense and a little bit of knowledge, you can make your own traps. You can also make your own live animal traps. You can make your own fish traps. You can make your own deadfalls. You can make your own snares. However, it takes practice. Trapping takes practice. A few traps back here, we'll talk about those here in just a few minutes, but I think it's extremely important to learn how to trap for wild game. And my grandpa used to tell me stories of my great-grandpa back when the Great Depression was on. My grandpa was about 14 or 15 years old then, and he was still living at home, of course, with his dad, which is my great-grandpa. And he would tell me stories about my great-grandpa during the Great Depression would go out and trap. One of his favorite traps he used was a fish trap. He would take some metal rings that he would make, and he would take those and put chicken wire around those. He would make one end closed off and make like a door in the end to get the fish out. And in the front part, he would have a funnel going in. He would bait that, and those fish would go in and couldn't get back out. It was something like this trap right here, guys. You can see this is a smaller version. This is a minnow trap. See how this is made? It's got the rings around it, and it's got the funnels going in. You can make these on one end or both ends, but you can expand this out to be larger, to actually catch full-size fish. You simply make a funnel like so. The fish goes in to get the bait, but they can't get back out. And you go pick this back up, and you have your catch. Another thing that's real easy to use is those live animal traps like that over there. The animal goes in, the door opens, these doors here open, and they go in the back, and they trip that paddle back there, which causes that door to close in behind, and they can't get back out. They're safe, it doesn't hurt them at all, so it's at your discretion to either let those animals go, depending on what it is, or to actually harvest that animal and skin it out and cook it up and eat it. But you can actually make those yourself at home. They're not hard to make. You can take some wood and make a door that will fall through the top. A trigger on the inside, I covered that in my book, 31 Days to Survival. Detailed plans how to make those at home from this lumber you have laying around, or you can buy these like this. You can see you can buy these in different sizes. Those are more large size. Those are like for raccoon and possum size. And those are like rabbit and squirrel size over here. However, these will also trap rabbit also. But the bigger your trap, the bigger your game you're trying to trap, the bigger your trap needs to be so the animal can get in and won't be as afraid to actually go inside and get caught. You want to bait those, that way it will attract the animal, cover those up. That way it isn't so obvious to the animal or anyone passing by, because if someone passes by and they see those traps setting somewhere and no one's around, they'll pick those up and be gone, and you'll lose your trap and possibly even your catch for today. You can get those at Tractor Supply. You can also order these online off Amazon.com. I'll put a link in the description box below so you can check that out and see the prices on these. But these were about $28 a piece when I bought these a few years ago. These other traps over here are kill traps. You can get these in different sizes. You can get these really large sizes for, you know, beaver, raccoon size animals, even a bobcat and animals like that size. But these are smaller size, and these are for like a rabbit and squirrel. You can actually put these up in a tree. If you see squirrels, you know, going in the tree, and it's in the fall, and they'll be cutting, eating those acorns, and they'll be going out on those limbs and things. You can put this, one of these traps, set one of these traps up where they're in the trees at, and most likely if you set a couple of these in that tree, they will go up through and try to go through, and they'll get caught in that trap. And it closes up on their body and actually kills them across the back of the neck. You can also go with snares. Different sizes of snares. These snares are for smaller game. I have some for larger game also. And you can learn how to, those are easy to set, but it takes a little bit of skill to actually set those. You can find things online about how to do that. The easiest thing to set and catch game with is most likely, for most people, a fish trap like this, except larger, and those live animal traps like those over there. These traps here are leg hold traps, and so are these. These haven't been used yet, but those over there have been, as you can see. And those traps over there have been used, and so have these. These are new snares that I bought a few days ago, actually. But you can make your own snares out of wire, string. Wire works better. You can also enlarge that and make that large enough to actually catch white-tailed deer. Not on those, but you want to get larger size cables to actually hold those animals. But guys, you can learn a little bit of trial and error and a few good books. You can learn how to trap sufficiently to help feed yourself and help make your food storage last longer, and also to expand, you know, in your garden produce that you're raising. Everything you can do to increase your self-reliance, be it raising and gardening, trapping, edible wild plants, and your own food storage, your domestic animals, you need to try to do everything you can on your property where you are. Because times are going to get hard, guys. We'll go through another Great Depression, but this one is going to be, I think, a whole lot worse than the first Great Depression that my grandfather and great-grandfather lived through. This is a good book. I'm not sure how many of these books you can still find at this moment. You know, some books go out of print, but this is a good book. Larry Grump. This is a good book right here. This is actually about those live animal traps and using those to trap game, as you can see. And there has pigeons trapped. These can be used for all kinds of different small game. Great book right here. Paladin Press published this book, and Paladin Press is actually out of business now. So I'm not sure if this book is still available, but if it is, it's a great book. Get this book. This is another great book, guys. I will look on Amazon, so I can find these books on Amazon. I'll link down below. I'm not sure how many of these books are still available. I just had these books on my bookshelf and put everything out here to show you all today and to talk a little bit about the importance of learning how to trap for your own food. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it gives you some ideas what you can do yourself, and hope you will put some of this information to use. Go out and buy some traps. If I didn't have anything and didn't know how to trap at all, I would go with some live animal traps first to catch rabbit and squirrel. You know, like raccoons that's trying to get in your chicken coop. If you set it up right beside the coop and cover it, where they think it's just a natural run, those raccoons will go in that trap and get caught. And so you can protect your chicken coop like that. These gnats are about to kill me, guys. And it's hard to think when all these gnats are trying to get in my face and in my eyes. That's the trouble this time of year when it's getting ready to rain here in a couple of days, most likely again. All this moisture we have around here, we have a lot of these gnats flying around all summer long, and they're trying to get in your face, up your nose, in your mouth, and it's really aggravating. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'm Creekmore out of here, and I'll see you guys next video, hopefully.